Okay, champion, yeah, we here.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
On the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 79 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
15. And the Vikings first down.
Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Garcia. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Play fake. Garcia. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
On the option, it's Murray. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it all...
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on second down, Murray. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52. Woo-hoo. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's go. Easy. Quiver. Deep. Man up. Deep. Hey, watch it.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Got you. Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Hey, Mike 52. In your face. Kill. Boys. Hey, turn it out. No, Mike 52.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
43-yard line.
And here's Murray on the keeper. Murray has the first down and more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 21 yards away. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21, Vikings 7.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. So
definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On second down now, it's Drake. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And Murray, he's going to run with it himself. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The 28-yard line.
Check that. What, Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Blue down. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Operating from the gun. Murray going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Now a run with Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Garcia now to throw on second down. That'll be complete to Cook.
Garcia.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll start with the option. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
On the option, here's Drake. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
52 is the mic right here, over there.
From the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Is on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garcia now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown, Vikings!
Complete to
Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Easy. Turn. Mike 52. I'm here all day.
Murray now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mike 52. Check pass. 52. Watch 52. 52's the Mike. Watch the slant. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Murray hook it up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Murray again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Murray's pass, intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Shift. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing again, Murray. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd and goal.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Murray to air it out again. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Vikings.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. starting the third quarter with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Garcia looking to throw on second down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brings up
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Garcia flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Garcia on 3rd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is taken in at the 5.
Garcia.
And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try again with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Garcia, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Murray now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Murray tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray going to fire one out wide. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 1st down, Drake. And I think the ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. Where the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
in trouble, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
3 plays and out.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check, 59. Mike, check, 59.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 20.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Garcia. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
On the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 32 yards. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Garcia. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopped. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Cardinals 63, Vikings 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Vikings on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
To Irv Smith.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Vikings 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Garcia. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Field to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Garcia, off play action. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Garcia's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Garcia. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Right back to Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 47-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there.
Murray on the option. He'll give it to Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
48-yard line.
Back to throw it. Murray. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw on third down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
52. 52.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout
At the 23-yard
as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. New Mike 52. Mike 52.
Now this time Murray to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?